Hi guys, we have a special guest today, President of C3, Gabe Earl. Gabe specializes in complex comp. He's one of our practice leaders here. If you got over 50, 100 employees, he's the one to talk to as far as, getting your workers' comp rates down. And I wanted to ask him a quick question here. How do you save these large companies so much money on their workers' comp?
Well, there's probably the simple answer is reducing your claims cost. And so how do large companies reduce that? A couple of ways. One is how they're managing their claims. So when they have a claim, we've got to make sure that they're going to doctors in the medical provider network, and that's really important that the broker set that up and make sure that they're going to the right clinics.
Awesome. So going to the right medical provider network is great, because if they go to a doctor that's, some crazy chiropractor that's going to inflate the claim, that's going to make the claim go crazy. Your claims are going to go up, which makes your XMOD go up. What other things are you doing to help people reduce their experience modification? Basically, their multiplier, and where if their claims go up, the XMOD goes up and their rates go up. What other things are you guys doing besides, just getting them in the medical provider network that they're assigned?
One of the things that we do is we manage their claims from cradle to grave. So the claims actually come through us from the very beginning, and that's really important because a lot of brokers, they don't know what's going on with the claims, and we follow them through until closure. And one of the problems that we see in our industry is that these adjusters have huge loads, and you want to make sure that your claims are being looked at and there's a good strategy to get them to resolution. Because there's a lot of claims out there where people will milk it, and that drives up the cost. I think the average claim in California is $99,000 for the indemnity claims, and that's just causing your XMOD to go up, making you less desirable to the underwriters, and that's something that we really pride ourselves in, making sure that we can help our clients get the claims to closure. The other thing that we're using is a nurse triage service, which is pretty powerful.
So how does that work, the nurse triage service? That seems like a tool that not every insurance agency has access to.
Yeah, it's something that we have where our nurses will, the great thing is that they'll take all the intake calls. So whenever an employee is injured, they'll call with the manager, and that call's recorded, because often we find out is that these stories change from the initial call, and that will really help us reduce the cost, because when a story changes, we can use that to mitigate it.
Gotcha. So some of these claims that aren't really claims or padded claims, they can go back to the tape and say, well, you said this before. Are you sure you want to make that claim? And, has anyone even retracted a claim?
Yep, it happens all the time. We can get those retracted. Also, the cool thing is that it's answered by a nurse rather than a intake person. So the nurse can really, if it's a true claim, they can help the employee feel like they're going to get taken care of, and they're less likely to go out and seek help from their cousin's friend who's an attorney.
Right.
And they just get the help they need, and then they get back to work. And that will help really reduce their cost as well.
Gotcha. So basically what we're saying is that the claims come through us. We look at the claim from cradle to grave. We're managing it, reducing fraud, and overall your total claim cost goes down, which means that your experience mod and your total cost from your insurance carrier is going to go down because you're more desirable to them.
Sure. And one of the things is that we're able to do for our clients is that we can put this whole package together, and we can show a carrier that maybe they had some problems in the past, but they're now going to be trending much better, and because of all the things that we're putting together for them, and that also allows us to get additional credits.
Wow. So more discounts, less costs, bigger bottom line, right? More profits for the business.
That's right.
Great. Well, thanks for coming in, Gabe. We really appreciate it. And don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. If you have a situation or some kind of problem that you've had with fraud or anything like that, put the notes in the comments. We'll be sure to get back to you.